2020 was a difficult year for everyone, but despite the challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Credit Information Corporation, a small state-owned corporation mandated to serve as the country's public credit registry and repository of credit information, was able to grow its credit database to cover a more significant percentage of borrowers. From 9 million data subjects in 2019, the CIC database now has a credit data of 28 million Filipino borrowers. But how important is the CIC database in helping the plight of micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, during and even beyond this unprecedented crisis? Among the millions of borrowers in its database, 96,000 are companies or sole proprietors, which are overwhelmingly comprised of MSMEs. They can receive a score from our special accessing entities, which are credit bureaus who have access to the CIC database. Two of them, CRIF Philippines and CIBI Information Incorporated, offer MSME credit scoring for their clients, which range from established entities such as universal and commercial banks, lending and finance companies, to even the smaller development lenders such as rural banks, cooperatives, and microfinance institutions or MFIs, whom most MSMEs rely on for capital. To directly implement the grace period provisions of the Bayanihan to Hilas 1 Act, the CIC issued Letter Memorandum number 2020-02, strictly directing its submitting financial institutions to refrain from tagging missed or partial payments of loans as defaults or delinquent to relieve Filipinos of the burden of repayment while the pandemic was raging. Because the CIC Credit Report should not reflect missed payments during the legally mandated grace periods, individuals and MSMEs are given the opportunity to be assessed fairly when availing loans and credit services to start, sustain, or expand their business. In 2020 alone, over 400,000 credit reports were consumed and accessed by lenders to help them in credit decisioning. In case the credit reports of MSMEs reflect their missed payments during the pandemic, which can affect their credit standing, they can file a dispute online through the CIC's Online Dispute Resolution Process, or ODRP, to have their credit information corrected. Among the business owners who benefited from the CIC Credit Report during the pandemic is a client of Toyota Financial Services, one of CIC's top accessing entities, who harnessed CIC credit reports in assessing its borrowers. She was granted a revolving credit facility because of her good credit standing.
So yung Toyota Financial, hindi kami nagkakilala, pero binigyan ako ng credit line. Binigyan ako ng extensions. We treasured that we value that, na binigyan kami ng line kahit walang ganun walang binigay na mga collateral or ganun.
You know, the trust and the relationship, it all started with, you know, a good credit history, a good credit background. So now it's easier for us to grant you any amount, whatever you need for the growth, for you to explore more business opportunities.
All of these things I've mentioned illustrate how CIC data can benefit MSMEs and startups in line with the updated Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022 directive to expand MSME access to economic opportunities. With its rich database, the CIC is one with the national government in the implementation of various stimulus strategies and reforms that will help small businesses become resilient and recover faster from the COVID-19 pandemic.